Gents Outdoors.
Welcome!
It's our first episode, first podcast. Hope you tune in and you enjoy all the content we got coming to you here in the future.
Good stuff.
Yeah, hopefully really good stuff.
Yeah.
First off, we do want to apologize. You know, we said we were going live. We've got some equipment issues we're working through. We're still trying to get some of the better stuff so we can actually record. If we would have went live, we would have had no audio. So,
Little kinks, but it's alright.
Yeah, so we're learning.
Working through them.
It's going to get just better as we go. So, with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves and kind of get into just some of the stuff we're all about. So,
Yeah, I'm Nick Dobbs, born and raised East Texas. Grew up hunting. My dad was a big bow hunter. I didn't do much gun hunting as a kid. Fished, bow fished, you know. I think the only thing I really didn't get into was bird hunting, which was weird because my dad trained bird dogs. But yeah, I never really got into that. A little background, started hunting when I was probably 9 years old or so. Killed my first deer with the crossbow. Back it was November 2000, nice little spike. In fact, I got it mounted in my garage. Aaron's seen it.
Yeah,
He's a trophy.
it's cute.
It's a trophy. And yeah, from that moment on, it's kind of a funny story. We had put up a blind real quick, you know, that morning, and little makeshift blind, nothing like that, the window pop-up thing. But we booked a little blind and got it done, and we were out there hunting a little pop line. About 7:30 comes, and I'm sitting there, and I'm cold, and you know, Dad's right next to me, and we hear some ruffling, you know, come back behind us. I'll never forget this, you know, first deer. And this little spike walks out, and he's probably 10 yards or so to my right. He comes out, and he cuts back this way towards right in front of us. And I'm sitting there, and Dad's like, he's looking at me, I'm looking at Dad, and I'm like just cheesing ear to ear. Yeah, I got my crossbow in the breast, you know, and pulled the trigger, hit the deer jumped, ran off, and my dad looks at me and I'm bawling. Like I'm crying like a little baby, and my dad looks at me and he says,
He still does that to this
he
day.
says, "Son, what's wrong?" And I'm sitting there, I'm just so happy. So, anyways, from that point on, man, it was a sport, become a passion, something that I loved, and I hunted all through my teen years, into my early 20s, and then I kind of fell off, man, with work and family and finances. Recently picked back up, but yeah, here we are, man, and that's a little history on me.
Yeah.
So
Not much. But,
it's, if you want to get in detail, we can get in detail.
care to listen to him, you know. He'll run his mouth all day. So I'm Aaron. I'm from Georgia originally. I ended up out here in good old Oklahoma thanks to the military. Got stationed out here for quite a few years. I too had a background and, you know, grew up hunting, fishing, loving every day, as old Luke Bryan would say, you know. I've done some duck, dove, deer, hog. I've done elk. I mean, I've done just about everything you can think of except turkey. So if any of y'all Oklahoma boys want to take a boy, teach them how to turkey hunt, holler at me.
We're gonna get on some turkey this year.
I'll gladly do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I moved back here. I left here, went to Germany, stationed there for a few years, and I ended up getting stationed back here, got married, got my daughter and other 2 kids, and just been living the blue collar life now that I'm out. Plumber with the union, and just, you know, try to make ends meet.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, there ain't.
I'm pumping shit all day.
Yeah, it's a shitty job.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Makes sense.
But, yeah, that's a little bit about us. And so we're we're Southern Gents, as you already heard from our intro. We're an outdoors company. This is something that I've dreamed of creating basically my whole life. You know, something where I could have a brand and be able to put out video content, hopefully reach a generation that might not know or might just need a little extra knowledge, or just anything like that.
Well, that's where that knowledge comes. He brought me in to bring the knowledge part of it.
Yeah,
So
it's not.
we work together good.
The only knowledge he brought is his Boy Scout knot tying skills.
I'm sure you'll hear all about that later.
His nickname now is Boy Scout. But yeah, we're Southern Gents. We're just a bunch of blue collar boys. We like to hunt, fish, and we love our families, our lives, and we like to try to just make it all balanced together and work out. And we're hoping to take y'all along on this journey through this portion. This is our podcast side.
Yeah.
We're gonna, just we might be talking about deer hunting. We might be talking about, work or life. We're just gonna be talking, just hanging out, just being the boys, having a couple beers,
Yeah.
And we'll have the other side coming as soon as we get one. Opening days in 6 days.
Yeah.
Well, it's 9 o'clock now, so 5 days technically.
I think we got some good film coming up. We're planning on hunts.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna try to get some hunts filmed and put out there on the internet for you.
Yeah.
So we hope you stick around. Hope you subscribe and watch our channel and get to know more about us and see the kind of things we do. And I promise you'll get some laughs along the way. At least we will. I know we will. What else you got?
Well, I guess we should open up, man, and kind of tell them about what we got going on right now.
Yeah, we can do that. We're a little late to the jump. Late to the jump this year. We ended up getting together and got us a lease. 160 acres, about 10 minutes from the house. Some pretty good land turned out. We didn't think it was in the beginning, but it's damn sure turned out to be some good land. But we got it kind of late, kind of July timeline, and we don't have no equipment, nothing like that, to be able to go out and do exactly how we wanted to do. So, we may do what we had. We scouted some spots and figured out, well, deer's here. We'll set it up. Yeah, it's working.
So kind of what we did was, we went out and got a quick tour of the place. Funny thing was, and Aaron mentioned this the other day, we were kind of judging the book by its cover and little hesitant, a little back and forth, but we didn't really have much of an option. It was either, hey, let's jump on this now, or we risked the chance of not finding anything else, and we just hunt public. So we decided to jump on it and capture the opportunity that was right in front of us, like you said, 10 minutes from the house. So
we can build it. We saw the potential that we could make it into a haven.
Yeah.
It looked like.
Yeah, we got free range and 2 guys, 160 acres, and the options, the chances, they're all endless.
Infinite opportunities out there.
Yeah, so we got some boots on the ground. Aaron did some e-scouting beforehand and came up with a few different ideas, and we discussed back and forth, and we got out there and got boots on the ground, and I think we found some good spots.
Yeah, we initially had, I think, like 5 or 6 spots.
Yeah.
And we knew we had 2 spots that were going to be our
honey holes,
our best locations.
Yeah.
And boots on the ground, that's what told us too. They were the best spots. We had sign, tracks, food. Anything we found a rub.
Yep.
Near one of them, a fresh one.
Yep.
And it was a good spot. The other 2, 3 locations, we we walked up and we were like, where's it at? Where's the sign? I mean, it was like somebody put a mirage in front of us to not find it because it was two of the most beautiful locations you've ever seen.
Yeah,
it made no sense. I mean, it was like if you were watching one of them Drury Outdoors or Realtree or something, this is what they would be hunting.
Unbelievable. Beautiful ridge.
Yeah.
Great transitions. I mean, it was great.
Amazing spot. Right near a little pond.
Yep.
Perfect. And I mean, we didn't find nothing. No fresh sign, no tracks, nothing.
And we kind of just said, you know what, let's, we just picked a spot on that side. And
well, we pretty much nixed it out for the first couple of weeks.
We did, yeah.
We just kind of gave up on it, and we ended up coming into another blind, and we were like, well, we need somewhere to put this.
Yeah.
So then we went back out there and started looking again, and just so happened to jump deer. And we were like,
there we go.
Perfect. Let's leave the blind. We set a camera up in a spot we thought would be a good little transition, good travel corridor.
Yep, yep.
And sure enough, I mean, we were boom, just like that. So we went in there and cut us out a spot, brushed in a blind, and it's been, that spot's turned into what was nothing, has turned into probably one of the best spots.
It's one of our better spots on there. Yeah. According to, you know, all the images and pictures we've gotten. You know, real interesting. I initially thought that northeast side was going to be hot just because, you know, great pocket of woods, and it butted up to the property next to us, which is also fantastic.
Northwest.
The northwest side, yeah. That butted up to where our property line ended.
Yep.
The property next to us,
great head of woods.
Fantastic, good looking piece of land.
Bunch of oaks.
And we actually we were focused on that area.
Yeah.
You know, south side, you know, we were pretty amped up about, you know, you had made a comment, you know, we figured where they were coming in from.
Yep.
We kind of lucked out, honestly. There was a feeder there from the previous leasee, yeah. And we were fortunate. It's a $400 feeder.
Yeah.
That's a damn nice feeder. So we had already known that south end was going to be, had some good potential. So we had a pretty good idea what we wanted to do there.
Yep.
And we went to that northwest side and we really honed in on that side for the better part of a day.
Yeah.
You know,
we don't have the portion of the timber that blocks up to our side. It's not very big. We got, I'd say probably 60 yards, at its 60, 70 yards at its widest point.
Yeah.
To the property line.
And just dwindles down as it goes down that fence line.
And we walked into the widest point, and I mean, it was a great area, tracks everywhere and everything, but it was a little thick. And, you know, we just kept walking down and looking around, and we popped into this little opening that was still wooded, but it was just, you know, natural vegetation was beat down a little bit.
Yeah.
And man, we found a crossing in there that was, it looked like a damn highway.
Yeah, yeah. So what I guess what we're getting at here, I mean, this is, like Aaron said earlier, man, we're starting this company. We've got some great ideas. We hope to have some great hunting footage in the future. But we want to bring you guys on this journey with us. Brand new property, brand new business getting off the ground, and we want you guys to kind of see how what it's like, how we're progressing. Exactly. You know, what we're learning on the go, what we already know, just all kinds of different topics that we can really dive into.
Yeah, we're completely unsponsored.
Yep.
We don't get paid by anybody except ourselves with whatever sales we make.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be pushing anything except, you know, we might throw some hats to be pushed out. I don't know who would be making these cool hats that we might be pushing, but
super nice hats.
Yeah, but if you hear us talking about a certain product, you know, I promise we're not going to be sponsored by them. So if you hear us saying something good, it's not paid for. It's honest, true opinion of a product.
Yeah, absolutely.
I promise you, if we get something and it's dog shit, we're gonna tell you that too.
Absolutely.
And it's just we're not we're not in this to make somebody else happy. We're in this for ourselves.
Yep.
We want to make ourselves happy.
Yep.
And the way we see it is if we're happy, y'all be happy too.
We're just, like I said, man, two blue-collar guys trying to come up with some excuse to hang out and get some God time.
Yeah.
You know, outside our family lives.
Gotta have an excuse to get away from the wives.
Dude, always, man. But bless their hearts, man. We couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they hold it down. They hold it down the house, and they bitch. You know, come hunting season, we may get in trouble from time to time. But it's all fun and games. It's all worth it. You know, we have a lot of cool stuff. I think you guys will like to be a part of.
Speaking of the family side, we got we talked about with the lease. We actually got some good content going to be coming here very soon. Like we said earlier, our opening day is in 5-6 days, October 1st, and we've already discussed and planned a trip there to our lease. A trip 10 minutes down the road, but we're going to bring our younger boys out there, and we're going to camp out on Saturday night, hunt that afternoon, let them, get a taste, and, we'll get out there,
build a little fire,
camp out, let them have, that good experience, because that's how you bring a young adult into the industry, into the outdoors in general.
Yeah.
You have to give them a good first impression.
Gotta be good first,
It's just like meeting a new person. If you meet somebody for the first time and, they strike you the wrong way, you might not ever talk to them again.
Yeah.
It's the same way with, a child. A child's gonna, they pick up on every little thing. And if they're not having fun, they're just, it probably will never stick with it. So
right. So we're
trying to make it as fun as we can for them, get them involved.
It's gonna be. We got a lot of good things coming. So, that's, I guess that's kind of a little rundown on where we're at, who we are. Like I said, our boys coming up, trying to teach them. What do you think about the property? The start of something new. We're 6 weeks, 7, 8 weeks in. We got 4, 5, 6 days to the deer season. I mean, what do you think we're at right now?
I think we've progressed a lot on the property. I still don't think we've pinpointed exactly, because we're a transition property.
Yeah.
We're not a holding property. They're coming into us and moving on through, so they're bedding in one of our neighbors' properties.
Right.
And I mean, I've got a feeling they're bedding northeast, but where we've got our stuff set up, we got to get some more cameras, maybe get some more boots on the ground. Maybe after the first couple hunts, we'll get an idea of, better idea where they're moving from and stuff.
A lot of good intel off cameras.
Exactly.
But I like what you said about, transition. What do you mean by we're a transition property?
So, some properties hold deer, some don't, But a deer's range can be, 2-3 miles whenever weather's nice, and they're moving, they can move 2, 3, 4 miles in a day, no problem.
Oh yeah.
And, so whenever you have a property, like ours, even with all the heat we've had, deer ain't gonna move no miles to get nowhere.
No.
So they're not far. But we're only a couple hundred yards from the nearest big block of woods that would potentially hold more deer.
Right.
And, just the intel we've received and watching them pattern through our cameras, going to each different spot and making that circle,
which has been kind of back and forth. We've got some good deer. We've got a lot of doe. How much? 20, 25 doe or so.
Probably more.
A bunch of doe.
We got some gangster ass does too.
Oh, dude, that's a whole nother story, man. So, a little quick background on them gangster does. What, northwest side?
Yeah.
So we got a couple doe that will literally jump up and stand on their back feet. And it's the funniest thing, 'cause my stepson, every time we get a picture on camera, I send it to him. He's gonna catch me.
The damn skinwalkers.
It's them skinwalkers, man. And it's crazy. I went and Googled that one night, and sure as shit, I seen random pictures of deer standing up from deer to any other kind of animal. Anyways, that's a whole nother deal. But yeah, we got some gangster-ass does. We recently come into some pretty good bucks.
Yeah, we got probably 2 3.5-year-olds, probably 2, maybe 3 2.5s, and then a couple 1.5s. But I mean, all of them, the genetics out there are insane. Man.
Yeah.
It's just, we've got a couple that they got a little bit of either they messed up, didn't get quite enough nutrition, throughout the summer and stuff. But for the most part, man, they're all wide and tall. And we got a couple that have got little deformities here and there.
Right.
But they're still, they've got the potential to be some real big deer.
We're gonna have some good times, and we're hoping to, bring you guys along with us, and not only promote what we love to do. We want to promote just in general, just for you guys that are beginners, or even you guys that are seasoned. We want you guys to learn. We want to learn from y'all. And so the only way we know how to do it is, hey, let's incorporate this podcast with our business.
Yeah, we'll throw the videos on. And I'll tell you, if you haven't experienced it yet, man, there's nothing more fun and exhilarating. Hunting is amazing. I love it. But whenever you got somebody else that's like-minded with you, man, it just turns it into a whole nother adventure.
Whole nother ball game.
Because the whole time, all you're doing is fighting back and forth, and talking shit to each other. You suck.
Yeah.
Mine's bigger, yours is bigger.
Yeah.
That's what him and his boyfriend say to each other. But it's just an awesome thing, and we're hoping even if you already know everything we tell, you'll at least get the entertainment side of it, and get a laugh, kick, something like that every now and then.
Absolutely. So this is I guess you could call it season 1 out here on this new property.
Yeah, season 1, Oklahoma.
And you'll see what we'll see. We ain't gonna. But whatever comes our way out there, we're gonna do our best to get some great footage.
Yeah.
He's gonna miss a deer or 2, and we're gonna get that on cam, and it's gonna be all good,
The only deer I'm missing is the ones I ain't taking shots at.
Yeah, we'll see about that, man. We'll see. We may even have some target practice competition, in the near future. So we can.
I say we have we'll do this after we fill our buck tag, we'll have a doe killing competition.
Okay, we got plenty of doe to kill.
Exactly. We need to get some out of there.
Hey, but
we got too many, really.
On the flip side of that, which is another key topic, I think, all them doe gonna bring in some hopefully different deer come rut.
That's why I said we got too many. The way bucks work is, if you got, say you got 10 acres. And there's 10 does there, you're not going to have all the bucks in the area coming to that one spot because there's 10 does.
Right.
There's just too much to choose from.
Right.
So they don't have to, they're not worried about it.
So you don't think they'll be smashing on one after another?
No, it's kind of like,
if you were a buck.
Well, I was about to give, an analogy, a guy at a bar, he's not going to go lock in on one girl.
No, you're locking on several.
Yeah. They're gonna lock in on several, which are spaced all over the place. So they don't feel that pressure that's there. They're not gonna be. So this is my territory.
So what are you trying to say? Bucks like to have a backup plan too?
Yeah.
Okay.
A different bar.
That makes sense.
If this bar's too full of dudes, I'm gonna go to a different bar.
But what if he's a stud?
You better be a big stud to beat all their asses. Is all I'm gonna say.
I heard
and
that.
then the big stud, the bouncer's gonna come and throw him out.
I know that's right. Well, yeah, man. So that's we got plenty of doe. We're hoping to see some bigger deer.
Yeah.
Some big quality Oklahoma deer, and they're there.
Oh yeah. We've got the genetics. We've got the presence already. We've got a young stock to grow up. We've got some people don't want to shoot 3.5-year-olds. We're not trophy 200-inch deer killers.
No.
So, I mean, we're blue collar dudes. That's 130-inch deer is a hell of a deer.
Hey, it'll go on my
to
wall
us,
any day.
You know?
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
But we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with you. We're back. He died. I passed gas.
Woo, boy. Come on now. Jesus Christ, dude. Fuck, anyways, if I can get through this smell, man, we can continue on. Oh my God.
So, yeah, we just got done talking about our lease and everything. We got it's not the only property we have. Like many other people in every other state, we have our own personal place, and then we have access to public. We're very fortunate, actually. We have a plot of public. It's not very big, less than 1,000 acres, but it's 10-15 minutes from the house.
Yeah, it's close.
Hunt,
It's close. It's
so that's gonna be a part of our normal hunting regime too, is adding that in. I mean, we're obviously going to focus on the lease, but if we get a bad wind or something, we might
shoot out. I kind of got a love-hate relationship with his public property.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's about right at 900 acres. I'd say a majority of it. No, maybe not a majority of it, but I'd say 50-60% of it is the lake itself.
Yeah.
And when I say love-hate, what I mean is, it's so much fun going to a piece of public, because what you're really doing is
Testing yourself.
Exactly. You think you got skills.
Yeah.
Go hunt public, and you'll really find out what kind of skills you got.
Yeah. You're not fighting against the deer.
No.
You're fighting against the deer, nature, assholes like this son of a bitch right
here.
People,
it's the hunting pressure.
Yeah.
And we're going to venture off, and you guys are going to see this. Our plans are, I hope at least once a year, if not twice a year, or even more if we get to that point, to not only have our little sweet spot, which is us two and the family,
yep,
but venture off to different pieces of public, different WMAs, and really put our skills to the test, because you love it because of the challenge, but you also hate it because of the challenge.
Exactly.
And like you said, you ain't fighting the deer, you're fighting the people.
Yeah.
So we're you guys, you maybe beginners, wanting to get into it. Having a public near you is great, because you have something you go to. It don't cost you a dime.
Well, licenses and stuff.
Besides
like
your license, your tags and whatnot, and obviously you got to have your bow. And I don't, the public place we hunt, you either hunt bow, crossbow, or shotgun.
Yeah.
There ain't no rifle hunting.
Nope.
You're not bringing a 30-06 or 30-30 or nothing like that. It's you're hunting with shotguns. So it's a whole nother challenge within itself, and you hate it and you love it. But we do have a good place that's right down the road that like you said, I think he's going to get into some of his mobile hunting he does, which is awesome on public.
Yeah, I finally bit the bullet. Like I mentioned earlier, I was in Germany for a while. I just got back last year. There's not really any hunting over there. While I was stationed there, I looked into it, because they do have, I don't even remember what breed it is. They've got some kind of deer there. and they're kind of like, you've seen the Rowe bucks, that might be what they are. They're like little tiny deer, like this big, the biggest ones. They're like this, little tiny things. But to get started hunting over there, it's like a $5,000
That's crazy.
hunter safety course you have to go through. That's like 2-3 weeks, something like that. I mean, it's an insane process to go through.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
So
there.
I just, said, hell with it. I'll wait till I get back. And now I'm here, and I finally have the opportunity. So I went ahead, and I didn't have the money. Like, we've all said, we're blue collar. We ain't got no sponsors. I went with the route that was the most familiar to my pocket, and that was a little set I found, my hawk hunting. It's a full setup. I get my saddle, tree tether, lineman belt.
Yeah.
I mean, I get everything for, I think it was just under $300.
Yeah. Not a bad price.
No, not at all. I mean, there's
The funny thing was watching them fucking climb the first day.
My first time climbing was a little rough, but that's because I couldn't get the stick. I was on a crooked tree trying to get sticks to stay, and it just wasn't.
Boy, man, it was good shit.
It wasn't working.
Too bad we weren't filming then.
Yeah, that'd have been a good one for the blooper reel. But I got it figured out now. I got them up there, and I'll tell you, that was my first time in a saddle, and man, I wish I knew they made it, but I wish it was more popular back in the day, because that is a hell of a way to hunt. Right
That's a
there.
fact, and it's key to this public.
Yeah.
Because you gotta be mobile.
Not even public necessarily. Like, that's probably the most comfortable I've been in a tree stand.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not born rich where I had, hard blinds with recliners and stuff in them.
You got your coffee pot over there.
I don't know how that feels, but
is that even hunting?
as far as a tree stand, that right there is, that's the lazy boy of tree stand hunting right there.
Yeah, that's great. I got a buddy that lives in Arkansas, and he's got a feeder, and he hunts outside his window. And he calls it hunting.
Yeah, that ain't hunting.
That ain't hunting.
That's a...
I don't even know what you call that shit, but it ain't hunting. But yeah, man, that mobile, that saddle, man, that's key out there on that public.
Yeah, and it's gonna come in real into play here shortly. We got a special trip planned. We're gonna try to do these every year. Like we said earlier, we were a little late to the gun. We didn't get any of this started in time enough to put out any applications for, our out of state, anything like that.
These draw hunts, huh?
Draw hunts,
Yeah.
anything. So to kind of keep it a little bit fresh, we're still going to do some trips. They'll just be in state. And I said it was a special hunt because we got a special guest coming with us.
Yeah.
He's a special guest because his son's special ed.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, my dad's coming up. Couple weeks. We're gonna ignore what he just said, but third week in November, Atoka.
Yeah, Atoka. It's
how many acres?
It's like 18,000 and some change. It's a big hefty thing.
Yeah.
Southeast Oklahoma.
Big deer country out there.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Big lake.
That's what you said at least.
Yeah, big lake. Lots of creeks and rivers.
Yeah.
A lot of bottoms.
Yeah.
Elevation changes. I mean, it's a true paradise.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've never been. It's a WMA, so we're gonna have to deal with other hunters, pressure, stuff like that.
Right, but 15,000 acres.
18.
18,000. Campgrounds out there.
Yeah.
So we got plenty of space to camp.
Yeah, we're not staying in the hotels. We're doing this. Doing this the real way.
Yeah. Campfires and bush light. What we're doing, huh?
Bush lattes.
Lattes.
Best deer call in the woods.
That's what they say.
Bush.
That's what they say. Stupid motherfucker. So, speaking of Atoka and that hunt coming up, you did some e-scouting.
Yeah. So, if you don't know about the app yet, then you're probably well beyond the times and just don't understand the way things are progressing. But Onyx, great app, has everything you'll ever need whenever it comes to e-scouting. E-scouting is kind of like my backbone that I've fell into for whenever I'm going to a new location. It's just I mean, it just makes things so simple. I can pull it up, I can see my full boundary, I can go through and I can say, okay, it's even got little filters. I can distinguish.
Sweet on
yeah, I can distinguish the trees.
Your hardwoods.
And make it only show trees that are acorn producing. You know? So I can go through there, throw that filter on, and then just start looking at the topography, looking for saddles and ridges.
It beats a paper topo map, huh?
Exactly. I mean, paper topo map will show you kind of the same, but I mean, with Onyx, I mean, I can flip the screen up and I can actually see
zoom
the elevation. You know,
you can find pinch points, saddles, valleys, ridges, elevations.
Yeah,
hell, they even have a rut map on it.
Yeah, I don't really fall into much the rut map stuff because it can. I mean, hell, we can have bucks rutting first week in November where we're hunting at.
Yeah.
10 miles down the road, it could be second, third week.
Yeah.
So I just kind of go off of how they're acting. You know, you can kind of start to tell when them does are starting to come into heat. They get a little less skittish around the bucks. They kind of act like a woman in a bar that just wants a drink most of the time. It's like, oh yeah, come get me. But whenever they kind of start to slow that trot down and they
makes it a little easier
a little bit, you know they're coming into that cycle.
It's on. It's on in.
And it can get real crazy out in the woods whenever that happens.
Yeah. But that Onyx, man,
it's a great tool.
Yeah.
You can't rely on it completely. That's why I said it's a backbone. Man.
Good starting point.
Exactly. It's a great spot.
Find a couple areas.
Yep.
Put boots on the ground.
You find your couple core locations before you go to the property and say, hey, I want to look at these. And then you go through and look, and whenever you find sign, you verify or deny that spot was good. And then you hang and hunt, and then you watch.
Yeah.
You might hunt the first 2 days, and those first 2 days might be just moving, 50, 60 yards away from where you started to finally hone in on that right spot. But it's a great tool to get you in that just general idea for you to go in there. That way nobody's got time to go walk 18,000 acres.
No, shit,
I mean,
no.
nobody.
No.
But you can easily go in and walk 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. So that's a trip coming up.
Yep.
That we're gonna.
Third week in November.
Yep. That we're gonna bring you guys along with. Film, obviously, maybe get some live footage.
Yeah, we're gonna be filming the hunts, obviously, and we're gonna do some. We haven't decided yet. We're gonna definitely probably do it the first night as a recap, and then we'll kind of see how it goes from there. But the intent is, we'd like to do it every single night. Just come back from the hunt, sit around the campfire just like we're sitting now, and just let the film roll and just. Bullshit about what we saw and lie about how big he was and everything else. It's just.
But we'd like to have some more. I don't know the term is right now. I don't want to say professional podcast filming.
Oh yeah.
But we also want that raw, real footage when we are prepping for a hunt, going to bed before a hunt, kind of just showing you guys things. How we do.
Exactly. We don't have the top of the line equipment.
No, we're your average dude.
We don't have none of that stuff. We got basic stuff, basic equipment.
Yeah.
And we're making it work. So anybody can make it work if you just put in the time and effort.
And speaking of equipment, man, I mean my bow I'm using is Diamondback, great brand, well known, very popular. It's 22 years old.
Yeah.
And it's I'll put a group in that close together while he's got a newer bow, put a grouping in, that close together. So, we want to, we're going to hope to show at least, what we can do with what we got and progress from there. And just, we want to reach out to these average bow hunters and gun hunters or fishermen, bow fishermen, or coyote hunting. I mean, we're going to be doing it all, filming it all, hog hunting. We're sitting on a couch that he owns that's fucking 40 years old and
39. Okay.
But yeah, so that's kind of that's kind of what we're shooting for this season. And new lease, brand new friendship. It's gonna turn into, I hope, a long-term friendship. New business.
As long as he knows how to act, it'll be long-term.
Sound like my wife. We'll see how that goes, you know. But yeah, so we got new things happening all around in full circle, and from business to lease to friendship to podcast to, you know, so I think it's going to be exciting, man.
Yeah, it's all really exciting for us. Like I said earlier, you know, this has been a dream. And I mean, the only way you're ever going to reach your dreams is to go out and actually chase them.
Well, you got to find the right partner first.
Yeah, I mean, I probably could have used Elmer Fudd over you, but, you know, he probably wasn't been as funny looking.
Oh yeah, I was getting there. I was going to say that too.
But yeah, I mean, we're making a go at it. We're gonna see what happens. We've got some of our line right here in front of us, right here. These hats. This is what we're selling. We're not selling anything else other than that right now. We're hoping to.
We got some stuff in the making.
Yeah, we got some stuff in the make, stuff in the works. Working on some hoodies and stuff like that. And that'll hopefully come out with time. But you know, we don't want to jump into too deep of waters yet.
No.
We want to make sure that we got our feet wet before we dive in and freeze out, you know. But yeah, we're hoping to bring y'all along for the journey and, you know, see how it goes. And
I do got a question.
What's that? No, you can't spotlight deer.
Oh shit. We tried, we got in trouble. That's a lie. No, I do not condone spotlighting deer on film. Anyways, you know, this being the first episode and whatnot, what are some key points that you see in this first season together? You know, what's something?
I think the biggest keys are going to be, you know, the growth. I mean, I know that sounds like a broad statement, but I mean, what we've been hitting on this whole time is, you know, that we're basic dudes.
Yeah.
You know, neither one of us have done the filming or any of that.
Right.
You know, I'm a little bit more technologically advanced than this guy.
Well, that's debatable. But
kind of a caveman.
That's just debatable, but you know.
I'll
give you that one.
We're kind of learning on the fly.
Yeah,
so
we are.
We're gonna be slowly progressing our quality, our cameramanship. I mean, all that stuff, all with you guys together. You know, just working through it and growing through it. I think that's my biggest point of growth that I'm looking.
You know,
for.
I'm glad you said that because it brings me to this. We talk about the raw footage. We talk about who we are as people. You know, I wanted to go out and say, hey, let's get maybe not the best of the best equipment, but let's right off the rip, let's do it right. And you know, your feedback was, no, let's show our viewers how we're starting and how we're going to progress, and we will progress. And you'll see coming into the season, you may see two big deer hanging right behind us. Hell, you may see us upgrade to a better room. I don't know. I don't know what's going to take
a better room.
But what I'm getting at is, we want everybody to see where we started.
Exactly. And what we go to.
And which is important, very important.
We're at the starting line right now, and we're hoping y'all stay with us to the finish line. See what we can become. And
hopefully one day have guests on the show. You know, or guest speak.
I've already got one lined out for this year, as long as he's still available. It's going to be. We're going to have a guy come in a little bit closer to duck season. He's going to come in and talk about some ducks. He's a guide here in Oklahoma, so he knows his stuff. And, I mean, I've duck hunted a little bit. He said he's not really done much birds.
I've duck hunted since I was 18.
I mean, I love the times I've gone, but I don't know enough about it to tell y'all anything.
Well, I ain't got the money to afford it.
Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, so is bow hunting. I can't afford too expensive hobbies.
I heard that.
Hell, all my hobbies are expensive.
Shit, man. My wife's expensive.
My life's expensive. My kids are expensive. My life is expensive. It costs me money right now to breathe.
Yeah, I know that's right.
It's crazy.
But hey, it's gonna be a good year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real good year.
And episode 2, you know, we get this dropped. Well, I think we got some good shit coming.
Hopefully episode 2 will be a film of me shooting a big buck and him coming home empty-handed.
Ah, shit. What's gonna be funny is this is all being recorded right now.
Exactly.
And it's gonna be the other way around.
It's
you know
not.
what I mean?
It's not. It's gonna come to fruition. It's gonna be, damn, Aaron's a psychic. He knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But we're gonna be closing up here soon. But I just wanted to go ahead and bring out one thing. If you stuck around this long, congratulations. You've only got a couple more steps, and you get to enter into our giveaway. We've got all these hats right here in front of us. They're just some of the hats we have in our line. We've got a whole bigger line of hats.
We got a website coming soon.
We're going to be on TikTok Shop.
TikTok Shop, yeah.
We've got our business accepted. We just got to start adding product and stuff. But to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow the 3 Instagram pages below. It would be my page, Jackass page, Boy Scout, and then the Southern Gents homepage.
Yeah.
Be 3 of them. No comments, no nothing. If you tag somebody,
follow.
If you tag somebody and tag them onto the Southern Gents page, then you'll gain an extra entry.
Yeah.
We're trying to get our name out, share it, everything we can. So we hope you stuck around. We hope you enjoyed our content. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you real soon.
I got one more thing before we close it out.
Send it.
These coming episodes, man, not only we want to film, we want to talk about anything outdoors, obviously, but I think we're going to really want to key on, you know, tops of terrain, tops of pinch points, tops of just all kinds of
clues
and things you want to look for when you're going into a hunt.
Exactly.
So we got a lot of good stuff coming. And any feedback, any type of questions or comments would be great.
Yeah. And if you happen to not get in the entry or not win and you still want a hat, go to one of those 3 Instagram pages that'll be linked below.
Yeah.
Send us a message. Doesn't matter which one.
Yep.
We live 200 feet from each other and we both have access, so send us a message. We can send you all the information we have on all of our different hat patterns and stuff, and we can get you an order in for sure.
Yep.
More stuff coming soon.
Absolutely.
We'll see y'all next week.
Later.